senior at Greenbrier High School. And I'm going to share a little bit of my testimony tonight. My testimony really started when I was 5 years old. It's when my parents, they first got a divorce. And through that, the result was that my brother and I, we lived with our dad. And he was very strict growing up. He still is. He always taught us right from wrong. And so we always had the discernment between, what to do and what not to do. And, growing up just at mom's one weekend and at dad's another weekend, we were never really consistently in church. And so we were in for a while, then we were out for a while. There was times when we didn't go to church for a year. So growing up, I guess I always knew about the Lord and always knew what he had, what he did on the cross. And I never knew him. I never had that deep-rooted relationship with him. The Lord really started molding me to who I am today. It was this summer. I was going into my sophomore year. It was right after my freshman year in high school. And, I was an athlete. I played on many sports my freshman year. So I had older friends, like upperclassmen, so I really wanted to be with them all the time. I wanted to be seen by them, and I was gonna, I told myself I was gonna do whatever it took to be popular or whatever. That was just really my biggest thing through my early years in high school, is to be seen for Leslie, and to be popular, really. So with that, I started hanging out with the wrong crowds then, and that was really the first time I saw the path that I had the choice to take one of two paths. But later on that summer, Bethel, the church I go to, we were teaming up with two other churches in the area to go to Panama City Beach, Florida. And, I put my name on the paper, I signed up, and I was like, hey, it's a trip to the beach, why not? And about, I guess maybe the day before we left, I don't know, we had a family thing. And I remember telling my aunt, and I was like, Tracy, I don't want to go. I was like, I just don't want to go. I'm going to get homesick. And, I don't know if she didn't buy that. And she was like, no, you're going. You're straight up, you're going. There's no questions about it. So I ended up going. And, needless to say, I didn't know that was going to be the trip that really saved my life. On the way down there, I thought I was going to have my cell phone. My aunt's going to be my chaperone. She's not going to make me put it up or whatever. I'm going to have everything to keep me connected with the world. But funny story is, I left the bag with my cell phone and everything in it on the, we took gray lines, and we weren't going to get to have the gray lines until the end of the week again. So I didn't have my phone all week, which was awesome. But that Thursday night at camp, we were worshiping. It was really the first time that I was totally and completely consumed by the Lord. I never went to a camp before that or anything close, and I got saved that night, and I would like to say that it was all great and dandy from then on out, but that's really when the road got really rocky for me. That night, the guy speaking, he told us, and he was like, it's easy, because you talk about that camp high, and it's easy for everything to be all smooth while you're at camp, or when you're in a place that you're totally consumed by the Lord, and it's easy for everything to be okay, but when you get home, things are going to hit you hard. Satan's going to be on you because you're going to be a threat. And I remember just thinking to myself, what? This guy is tripping. He don't know what he's talking about. But I was wrong. When I got home, school was fixing to start, and everything was going to go back to how it was the semester before. And I told myself before school started, I was like, no, I'm going to be this person that I felt at camp, and I'm going to be, different and change. And that lasted about 2 weeks into school. And I started, figuring out that, it's pretty safe to say that in school, God is not popular. If you're a Christian, you're a goody good, and don't hang around them because they don't have any fun. And I let those voices of those people telling me that really, really get to me, and I listen to them more than I listen to my God, and what I learned from this summer. So with that, I started hanging back into the wrong crowds. I started consuming myself with more of the world and instead of the Lord, and that just led me down a kind of a dark road. I began to lose what I felt in the summer, and I knew that I don't know, I just felt empty. I felt like there's nothing left. So I began just putting myself in situations to try and feel things. I turned to alcohol. I turned to the wrong friends and just being seen at the parties to try and feel something. I even turned to self-mutilation. I cut myself to feel something, and I tried this as, a cry for help. Say, hey, look at me. I'm hurting. Someone help me. And, through this, it went on for a while, and then my friend found me, and he was like, all right, let's go. So he took me back to church, and that's kind of when I started getting my life back on track for God. And I don't tell you this to say, oh, poor you, not by any means. In a way, and as bad as it hurt and the pain and everything that I put myself through, in a way it's beautiful, because God had his hand right there on me the whole time. Because though I put myself in situations, he had his hand there protecting me, that it never got too far. And I guess I just challenge everyone tonight, no matter what situation that you're in or whether you put yourself, don't fill the voids in your life with worldly things. And I know we hear that, but how much do we do that? And I know sometimes I even still do that now. But I challenge you, if you're hurting or anything like that, take it to the Lord, because there's nothing too big and there's nothing too small that he can't take, that you can overcome with him.
Amen.
So tonight, don't leave here without talking to someone, no matter what you're going through, whether it's about salvation or rededicating your life tonight, or just you have a burden that you want to lay down. Don't be afraid to talk to someone. But I guess that's pretty much it.